everybody, it's Razzle here. It's day 2. I didn't do a closing video last night because there were a bunch of people at the shelter, and I didn't feel comfortable, just springing it on them about being on camera. But I ended up with a bunch of veterans. We had one naval officer who was a dentist, and then I had one Army staff sergeant, one Army chaplain, and then a German law enforcement officer. So it was an interesting night. We did get really high winds. We got some pretty good thunderstorms last night, so it was a good call to stay in the shelter. Anyway, I'm back on the trail, and the goal is to try to get to Gooch Gap today. It's about 13 miles. Don't know if I'll be able to, so I'm going to stop at Hawk Mtn Shelter and see how that goes, and then have lunch, get some water, and make a decision if I think I can make it. We'll just have to see how my legs do, because the approach trail is definitely a challenge. The stairs really were challenging, and then of course they kind of wiped my legs out for the rest of the day yesterday. I think about, I don't know, right before I got to Springer, maybe a mile or two before I got to Springer, I started to cramp up in some of my, like my quads and whatnot. But anyway, supposed to clear up today, get colder, a low of somewhere between 14 and 20 tonight. There is supposed to be some more rain coming in later tonight, so I may or may not shelter again. We'll have to see. But anyway, we'll keep going here and see what happens. Alright, so we're headed down to Hawk Mtn Shelter, and I'm gonna stop there, have lunch. I may be just staying there for the night. My right hip and right quad are pretty sore, and I don't want to get injured, obviously, and end the trip too soon. So I may just do a Nero here. Take the 5 point whatever miles and just rest up, and then head for Gooch tomorrow. Alright, so I decided to go ahead and push on. I got a little rest there. I warmed up, got some water, ate a bunch of snacks for lunch, and it was just too early. 12 o'clock is just too early to stop. I figure even if I go slow, I'll still get there before dark. So I'm gonna head on to Gooch And I think there is a campsite if I do have to bail between now and then, but I think I'll be good. And the first view through the trees. Hey everyone, so just an update. As you can tell, I'm not in a shelter anywhere. I ended up not making it to Gooch Mtn Shelter. I climbed Sassafras Mtn, which was tough, and that because my legs were still sore from the approach trail. Boy, when I did Sassafras, and I'll put the elevation profile up for the whole walk, which ended up being like 9.6 or 9.9 miles. But as I got to the top of Sassafras, I realized I still had like 4 miles to go to the shelter. Temperature was dropping dramatically, and winds were picking up. So I called above the clouds hostel, who came and picked me up at Cooper's Gap, which was at, just a mile away, basically. And so here I am at above the clouds hostel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend the night here tonight and take a 0 tomorrow, rest my legs, get myself back in order, and then I'll head for Gooch Gap tomorrow, or day after tomorrow. So anyway, did not expect to take a 0 or be in a hostel this early, but apparently my 58-year-old body still thinks that I'm 22 years old. No, really, as one of the other hikers who's training to do a second through hike, and that works here part-time, told me, he said, you got to take it slow, you got to listen to your body, and so that's what I'm doing. Otherwise, I'll blow out a muscle or something, and I'll get injured and never be able to do it. So I got to slow it down just a little bit. And as he said, George is either going to break you in or it's going to break you. So anyway, that's it for day 2. And we'll see you the next time.